my babies, how are we doing? I want to do another what is this person trying to teach you right now. So per usual, if this doesn't apply to you, sit right with you, you don't want to hear what I have to say, that is okay. I will be back some other time. If this one's not applying to you, check out my other one. But I'm clearly tapping into two different collectives. You are still in the process of healing from somebody, okay? So let me just start out and just see, how do you feel about this person right now? How's this collective? How do they feel about their person? So, okay, whoa, wow, dang. Six of Swords, the Chariot, and then the Seven of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Definitely opposite of the last collective a little bit. I think that you're trying to move on from this person, but I still think, again, you are with the Chariot, you are struggling to see the lesson behind it, you know, behind this person. And that's why I feel like you're trying to move on. I think that you're doing the, well, I'll never understand the lesson or the meaning behind this person until I actually leave them alone. Maybe, and I'm saying that for a reason, maybe you're choosing to leave them alone. Maybe you're the one that is finally initiated the no contact, or set some form of boundary with this person. I think you're doing it more for yourself, which is good. I think you are in this position of, you know, trying to teach yourself some more. But I think with the Seven of Swords in reverse, clearly there was a lot of mind games between the both of you, and that's why I feel like you're struggling to see the lesson right now, and you're trying to figure that out, because I think this person does come off very confusing to you. Maybe they do come in very passionately, very intense, and then the next minute they just don't give a S. Let me see, how else do you feel about this person? Oh wow, the Ace of Wands right there, and then the Fool at the bottom of the deck. I think, I'm going to be honest, you confuse lust with love. I'm going to be honest with this collective. I don't think the only form of, you know, act of love I feel like this person really does show you is intimacy of some form. This person could be very handsy on you. I will say this person may have looked like they worshipped you at one point because of how handsy they are. They always wanted you close to them, and I think that you got that wrapped up as, oh my gosh, this person like worships the ground I walk on. And they could in a lot of sense, yeah, but Six of Pentacles in reverse, that's what I'm saying. There wasn't really an equal give and take. I think I'm tapping into you and this person just wanted two different things. And I think this person, as bad as it sounds, like I said, I'll get into the lesson behind it. I think this person really did look at you as very lustful, and there is a lot of chemistry, I will say, between the two. I have to monitor a lot now what I say on here. Let me see what else is going on. Yeah, the High Priestess. You're choosing, you're leaving the materialistic world behind. But yeah, that's where I'm saying with the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, you're trying to gain knowledge on this connection. I honestly feel like you're kind of on a funny mission to really pinpoint what this connection is to you, because to be honest, I think you're at a spot of, I have no idea what this is. Was this supposed to be a lesson? Is this my soulmate? Are we meant to come back? But I think though with this collective though, you are okay with whatever answer you're going to get in the end. You just want some answers, but I think that you know you're not going to get it out of this person. I think that you know there's something spiritual there, I will give you that, but again, you just know you're not going to get those answers out of this person, so you want to figure this out on your own, and the only way for you to do it is to cut ties with this person. Like I said, you could have initiated the no contact, the, you know, maybe we need a break or back off from each other. I think this collective, you're finally waking up. Yeah, literally the Judgment at the bottom of the deck. You're literally trying to wake up. You're not there yet, but I think you're trying to get some answers. Let's do another one. Yeah, King of Pentacles. And then there's the Queen of Swords. That's where I'm saying you could have set up some boundaries with this person. But I think deep down, my babies, you know where your journey is going to go. It's just, are you ready to admit it? And I think the King of Pentacles is honestly you. I think you're trying to be on this mission of doing this for you. being successful on yourself. And that's where I'm saying this person didn't give back to you. Other than lust, I don't think this person took you on dates properly. I don't think they could have met, you could have met the family or something, but even then it was very brief. I feel like this person really did treat you as more of a situationship, as a somebody on the side. I'm just going to be honest, babes. And I think deep down you know that. And I think that all this time it has scared you that if you really move on without this person, you would outgrow them. And I think that's what's always blocked you. And now I think deep down, you're going to outgrow them. But let me see, what is the lesson of this person? What is the lesson for this collective? What is the lesson? Oh, wow. There's that distance I was talking about. Wow, 2 of Wands and the Lovers. And then at the bottom of the deck, I got the 8 of Cups in reverse. I think it's like, I think you know where this about to go. And I think you know where it's going to go, and it's going to be away from this person. But that 2 of Wands confirms that you have created distance with this person, okay? And as bad as it sounds, my babies, there is going to be distance between the both of you. I think this person in a funny way is teaching you unconditional love with the Lovers right there. I think that instead of wondering maybe so much of what lessons do I need to learn, maybe this is going to teach you what lessons did you put on them. To be honest, I don't feel like with this collective they're going to tell you if this person is, I'm not going to tell you if this person is going to come back or not, or if this is meant to be. Because again, you are on this journey, this mission almost of, okay, what is this connection? And again, they want you to discover that for yourself. But the one thing they do want to ask you though is, despite the circumstances, do you love them? Do you love this person? That is your number one step. And be honest with yourself. Okay, maybe no, I really don't love this person. Maybe I also saw them very lustful, and that's okay. And again, ask yourself, okay, and if you do love this person, why? So with this, that 2 of Wands, a chef kiss for me. You do need this distance away from this person for you to figure that out. And they're just going to ask you some questions. So yeah, I'm not going to tell you to walk away or hold on, because they want you to figure this out for yourself. Let me see more about this person. Okay, 3 of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Hangman in reverse, and then the Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Separation during this time. Whatever you've done recently with this person as far as distancing yourself, you did the right thing. Because with the Hangman, eventually an epiphany is going to hit this collective. And, I always say when it comes to, the intimacy part of connections, I always try to tell my clients, people always get matched up with feelings and, intimacy as that is love. And no, it's not. And maybe that's what you're trying to do, this collective, is physically staying away from this person, because that's the only way you can have a clear head about how you feel about this person. I feel like with this collective, you need to decide, is this person more intimate or is it true unconditional love? And the thing is, they know how you love, but what this person is teaching you is understand the difference, because again, this person didn't court you properly. And it's just a stepping stone of deciding, is this a connection? Or as far as the person, do you really believe they're going to pull through one day and court you properly, or could you get that attention from somebody else? I think what you love the most is the attention this person gave you, not the love they gave you. Because as bad as it sounds, they didn't give you really any. Yeah, the 10 of Swords in reverse, and then there's the 2 of Cups. They're not telling you. You're going to have to decide that on your own. But what they're asking you to do through this time of deciding is, I think they're going to get, with that 2 of Cups, they're going to give you opportunities to maybe meet other people. Yeah, the Sun. And then the 9 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I think your biggest test is if you meet other people to be honest. They're kind of going to set you up on maybe dates. They're kind of encouraging you to do that. That's the only way